hello. Okay. YouTube is making my life real challenging right at this moment, but okay. We'll do it like this for the vibe. This is what they want me to do. This is what I'll do. All right, y'all, let me know if you can hear me. Hey, y'all. I'm glad you're here. Impromptu, but we're jumping in. We're going to be talking about this book right here. Okay. So for those of you who have been joining me, thank you so much. I am in a different space than normal, but this way I am today. So let me know who is in the chat. I am so glad to see you guys. I had initially planned to go live last night. It didn't work for me. Please do let me know, though, if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. That is a question. Just let me know if you can hear me. Okay. I just need to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, very good. I see a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, so we're going over this book. Now, for those of you who did not join the Sunday night session, can I just say, y'all missed an amazing time to be together with each other. I think there were 9 of us. There were 8 other ladies and myself, so 9 of us. And then one of my tightest 2 ladies who is not in that group, I was at her house doing the class. And so she was able to hear all that we were talking about. And it was a really good session. And so thank you, Miss Lisa. I appreciate that. And so I don't want anybody to miss out, right? So I'm going to try to do these live, but I realize if I don't do the recap, then people miss out. And so it's just, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place because I had not planned on doing nightly lives and my schedule is just all over the place. All over the place, trust me. But I am going to be posting a couple of clips from Sunday just so you all can see or hear, you know, kind of some of the conversations that we were having. And so I forgot to post it to YouTube. I've posted on all my other platforms, but I've been having some spotty signals, so I didn't get a chance. Anywho, week 4 is strengthening your body, right? So week 3 was, let me go back and make sure I'm reading this right. Week 3 was about our eating. So week 3 was healthy eating. And then week 4 talks about strengthening our bodies. Now, if you go back to Proverbs 31, our new verses are verses 16 and 17 that says, she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. So in the previous week, we talked about the things that we put in our mouth. Now, let me just say this because we are on, I think this is day 8 of vegetable. Oh, day 7 was yesterday. Today is day 8. Now, I am not in my normal space. And so my eating has been a little bit challenged today only. I haven't had any other challenges outside of today. But I've tried to stuck to my veggies and fruit and veggies is what I decided to do last week. But even though that's the case, we have to now consider what we put into our bodies. I just had a phone call not very long ago from a good friend of mine, and she was telling me about, girl, you just look so good. Girl, you look like you don't weigh 130 pounds soaking wet. Can I just tell? Oh, this is why I don't like to do videos in this portrait situation, because now I have to block people. Like, sir, can you just go away? I just do not have time for craziness. Anyway, she was just telling me how good I look, and she's like, you look like you, many people tell me I'm, look younger than 48. I'm 48. That is my actual age. I can look at some older pictures and I was much younger then, but I do look different now. And so as the Proverbs 31 woman who has all of these responsibilities, when you go back and you read Proverbs 31 and all of the things that she has to do, you know, you need good health. You need heart health. For a lot of African American women, we deal with heart problems. We need heart health. We need good physical strength. And so weeks 3 and 4 help us to get our eating, drinking, hydration, all of that under control. So going back to yesterday was day 22, and she talked about walking to boost your energy. I know that it's summertime. I'm not on a regular schedule. My routine is a little bit off. Hey, ma'am. And so I can be very tempted when I'm off of my routine to go out and just want to eat all the things, right? You just eat. And I know for me, that's not helpful. It's not helpful for me to just have carte blanche to eat everything. And, you know, I just don't want to do any of that. And so what I have to do is maintain, because I want to be able to be that Proverbs 31 woman that does not have to have anybody to come and do my jobs for me or my tasks. I am capable, right? When we go back to week 1, week 2, week 3, I am capable of doing all of the jobs that I need to do for myself. And so if I keep myself in good health, if I keep my eating under control, stay within my caloric limits, stay within my caloric deficit, make sure that I'm not eating the wrong things, make sure that I'm eating healthy and moving my body, which is week 4, which is where we are now, then I should be able to have long life. That's my prayer always. God said in Psalms 91 verse 16, and I shall give them a long, he has blessed them with long life. That's my paraphrase, my loose paraphrase. Long life have I blessed him with. And so that's my goal as a woman, as a Proverbs 31 woman. So going back to yesterday, because I did not have a chance to go live. I was actually in the gym. That's why I didn't get a chance. The passage that she gave us was 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. So he's giving us direction here. And he said everybody who runs the race is going to run. You know, everybody who's in a race is supposed to be running, but only one person is going to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like a man running aimlessly. I do not fight like a man beating the air. No, I beat my body and I make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified from the prize. To me, that's saying, how in the world can I preach to you about getting healthy if I don't get healthy? I can't just preach to you. It's not do what I say, it's do what I do, right? Not just do what I say. Why do I have to do this, Mom? Because I said so. No, everybody's doing this. I'm telling you, hey, let's get healthy for this reason, for our children, so that we, in long life has he blessed me, so that I, for my spouse, so that I can work. So, a lot of us have relatives that are in poor health. They can't do anything for themselves. They have to have people come in and do care for them. I don't desire any of that. I don't want my children having to take care of me. I want to be on my own when I'm 145 years old. I don't want anybody else having to come in and do stuff for me. And so if the word says, with long life will I bless you, and then in John 10:10 it says he came so that I would have life to the full, I have to do my part. But I can't just tell you to do it and you not see the fruits on my side of things. Now, being 48, perimenopausal, and all that, I fluctuate in my weight. I weigh myself every day. I'm up a pound, I'm down 2 pounds. I'm up 3 pounds, I'm down 1.5 pounds. It's hormonal. It's all those things. However, I do have to wrestle my flesh into submission. There are no days that I don't want to eat cake. There are no days that I don't want to have as much sugar as I want. There are no days that I don't want coffee. There are no days that I don't want soda. I want all the things. but I know that that is not healthy for me. And so I have to submit myself, my body included, to the process of good health. That comes through my eating, that comes through what I put as far as liquids into my body. I don't abuse any type of substances. I don't drink alcohol. I never have, not for health reasons, but because of my family background. But still, because of health reasons, I don't do those types of things. And then I have to force myself to go to the gym. Why do you have to force yourself to go to the gym, Shakema? Because I can find all types of other things to do than go to the gym. I could clean my house. I need to totally declutter my garage again. I need to totally redo some other stuff in my other parts of my house. I have 50 zillion things that I could be doing or want to do or need to do. However, for my health wise, I need to go to the gym. Or if you don't have a gym membership, you can walk. Now, I know it is hot. It is a very, very hot summer. However, you can walk early in the morning. You can walk later in the evening. I'm not saying go out in the dark. Don't go by yourself. Make sure you have protection. Take your dog or whatever the case is. You can walk with a buddy. She does talk about walking with a buddy. I think it was over on the practical side on page 93. She talks about find a walking partner, buy good quality walking shoes designed specifically for walking. Don't buy a cheap pair because our feet are very important. And once our feet hurt, everything hurts. When your feet don't feel good, everything on your body hurts. You got to lay down. You got to rest. You can't do much. So buy a good pair of walking shoes. Back on page 90, she gives you in the guided prayer, "Dear Lord, thank you for calling me to run the race of life with you. Forgive me for the times when I've sat idly on the sidelines and failed to put forth my best effort. Too often I've done the bare minimum and wondered why there was no joy in the journey." That's all of us. The majority of us have done the bare minimum. We've done just enough to get by. There are days when I have worked myself into a frenzy doing all the things, and by the time I realize that my day is gone, I don't want to do anything else. I'm just done for the day. I'm done. Just go to bed. I could have perhaps done one or two things less, got myself a nice, vigorous 30-minute walk, and I would have felt better altogether. Most people say when they walk, their bodies build up these endorphins and they just feel better. Here's what I can tell you. It's going to take about 6 weeks of you doing these activities for your body to feel better. Well, Shakema, I can't walk. Okay, then sit down and do some chair aerobics. I'm 300 pounds. Okay, then sit down and do some chair aerobics. What do you take? 2 water bottles, and you just do three sets of 10 every day. And then every day after that, you add in 1 more. Now I'm doing 3 sets of 11. I'm doing 3 sets of 12. Before you know it, by the 6th week, something should have happened for you. Well, Shakema, I really can't do much. I have, bad knees, probably because there could be some overweight issues. There may be just some cartilage issues. Whatever the case is, go and see your doctor, your physician, and ask them, I would like to get healthy. What is it that I need to be doing? If you all would do me a favor and like the video, that just helps us get out into the algorithm. I do appreciate that. I'm only able to go live on YouTube tonight, so I was not able to go on Facebook or Instagram, but I will share later with them. So anywho, getting healthy. She says at the bottom of 90, which I thought was really good. She says, the Holy Spirit, I need you to be my personal trainer. Now, the Bible tells us that the Holy Spirit can bring us into all truth. He can bring us into all truth about our health. It's not just the spiritual matters and it's not just the hidden secrets of the Bible. It is, why am I like this? Why do I eat this? Why do I not exercise? Why do I have a lazy spirit about me? Some of us have a very lazy spirit. partly because we were never made to do anything as children. Some of us, not everybody. Partly because when we were made to do all the things when we were kids, we decided when we got adults we weren't doing nothing. So you have to ask Holy Spirit to reveal to you why you are in the state that you're in. I know that when I was first going through my healthcare journey last year, it's been 14 months now that I've been on this journey. And I went to my doctor and I said to my doctor, y'all, this is what I said to her. Y'all have to pray for me because I meant this with my whole spirit. I said, if you do not help me, I'm going to throw myself out that window. She's on the second floor. And I was just I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I knew something was imbalanced in my hormones. I couldn't figure out how to get myself back on a good foot. And so what my personal doctor said to me was, okay, Shakema, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some tests, but while I'm waiting for the results, I'm also going to refer you to our lifestyle coach. And so I met with the lifestyle. I said, that's perfectly fine. So I met with the lifestyle coach for a couple of weeks and we talked and I blogged my food and sent it over on email and all the things. But I finally had to get to a point where I was tired of being tired all the time. And I was tired of looking at myself in the mirror, not recognizing who I was. Even today, at the weight I am today, I still see the fat girl in the mirror. Now, I don't have body dysmorphia. I don't struggle with any of that. I just know what I was for so very long. I was so heavy, probably for the last close to 30 years. And I've not seen this body in a long time. And so it's going to take time for me to recognize, no, this is who you are really. And I have to maintain every single day. Okay. Over on 91, she's still in her prayer. She says, everything around me beckons me to seek comfort and convenience, right? That's what we want, comfort and convenience. Why we go through the drive-thru. We want comfort and convenience. We want comfort food and we want it quickly. So few people are running. So many are taking the path of least resistance. That's not what you have in mind for me. It's not what I want either. Empower me to beat my body and make it my slave. My body shouldn't tell me what to do. It's just like when I tell you about budgeting your money. When you budget your money, it is you telling your money where it goes. When you get out of debt, right? When you're not in debt, you're able to tell your money where it can go and you allocate. When you have debt, your money tells you where it needs to go based on which interest rate is higher, whose hand is out the most, or whatever that case is. The same is with your body. When your body is not well, it's telling you you need to go to the doctor. You need medication, which now takes your money because you have a copay, and you need 3 and 4 medications. All of that. Amen. I just got to be able to, right? It's that mental thing that you play with yourself in your brain space. Teach me the secret of self-control. If you go back to Galatians 5:22 and 23, it talks about the fruit of the Spirit. One of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. I have the ability to put or not put things in my mouth. It's up to me. I went out with some friends yesterday, and we were at this little place, and they had a lot of fried foods and all these things. And because I was on the vegetables, there was a place right next door that had a salad. There was nothing where we were on the list of a salad. Nothing. And so I said, well, y'all, I'm going to go next door and I'm going to grab a salad. And I'm going to just have that as my meal. Now, I did get a little bit of protein on top. I got brisket. I only ate 2 pieces. They gave me a lot of food. I was like, oh my God. And I only ate 2 pieces of that brisket, but I ate I ate about a third of the salad. Again, remember, I told y'all that I do about a fourth of what I normally used to eat. Maybe I'm up to a third now, but I still only ate a third of the salad. And I can't keep a salad overnight. It's not going to be good tomorrow. So I didn't even finish it. I couldn't finish it. My stomach is very used to eating smaller portions. And so I don't overstuff myself. It's just not something that I can do. Tonight, I had to eat something that I don't traditionally eat, but I only ate a little bit of that, right? Because this was not on my plan. There was nothing on the menu that I could technically eat. And but I had to find something because I won't be able to eat again until tomorrow morning. So I was like, gosh, I got to find something on this menu. So I was able to find something that I could, you know, deal with. And then tomorrow's the new day. I didn't intentionally not eat on plan, but I didn't have any other option because I was out with some friends again. Now, as a general rule, I don't eat out because eating out right now is the equivalent of going to the grocery store. So I'd rather go to the grocery store and eat and buy a week's worth of food for the amount of one meal I would spend out. But I am out with some friends, and that was the only option for this evening. So that's why that is the way it is. She said, teach me the secret of self-control so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified from the prize. Again, it goes back to my intention to be a right example before the people, right? I have a good intention to be a good example in front of the people that I'm saying I'm leading. If you're here, you're following something I'm doing. Some might just be nosy, but if you're here, you're following something that I'm doing. So what I am telling you that I'm doing is I'm doing the same thing that I'm asking you to do. If you're reading this, I'm reading this. Like, I'm marking pages. I'm doing all my assignments. I'm highlighting. I'm doing all the things. I got sticky notes. I got all the things, right? I'm doing it as well. So it's not just you hearing me. It's me telling you what I'm doing. Okay. Lord, I want to run a race that honors you. I need your help to run with perseverance the race marked out for me. Thank you for promising to get me across that finish line. I'm fixing my eyes on you. And I said, you know, I want to honor God. I just wrote a little, I just want to honor God in every area of my life. Like, here's the thing. I told the ladies that came on that came on Sunday. I said, if we paid the money for the book, we spend time every time I come live. The majority of the ladies that are here are the ones who are here now. Why is it that we don't put in the effort or the work? Or why is it that we give up immediately? Why? The mature woman, listen to Shakema very carefully. The mature woman says, you know what? I've played this game long enough. I've played with my health long enough. I've played with my children's health long enough. I have not been doing what I need to do. I am at my max limit. Now I'm going to do what I need to do for me. Because I told the ladies, if you don't love you first to health, how can you love anybody else to health? How? It's not possible. We can pretend only for a small amount of time. After that, you really have to stare yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you don't even care about you. Because if you cared about you, you would not do this, 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 and this. Right? So I got to get this in. I got to get it internalized into me and really live it before I can tell you what I've been living. Now, if you've been following me over the last 14 months, you've seen the weight loss. I haven't talked about it because here are the things that I know for sure. It doesn't matter what I did. Somebody is going to come in my comments and say, you shouldn't have done that. That's not healthy. Or, ooh, I would never do that because, and then they got 50 reasons. Everybody is the resident doctor. Well, my doctor and my doctors, 2 of them and myself, came up with a plan for Shakema's body. The second reason I haven't shared all the details is because my body type may be different than your body type. My age is different than your age. Where I am on my emotional hormonal balance is different than your hormonal balance. So it doesn't matter if I give you step by step every single thing I put in my mouth, you may not have the same results that I had because the plan that was put in place was for me. But that doesn't mean that there's not a plan that can be put in place for you. Okay, moving down to the personal. She says the Proverbs 31 woman sets about her work vigorously and her arms were strong for the task. To be vigorous means energetic and full of life. It's the opposite of sluggish, dragging yourself through the day, drowning down in cups of coffee to keep yourself moving. Is that you? Go back and look at those things. Are you vigorous? When my friend called me, she said, Shakema, she said, I just tell my friends, that girl is a little Energizer bunny. Now, here's the truth. I have a very high work ethic because I was raised that way. I don't always want to do things, but it never crosses my mind not to do things. My grandparents did stuff, I do stuff. That's how life is. I never think about it any different. If I see the dishes that need done, I do the dishes. If there's clothes, I do the laundry. If the bed needs made, the floors need vacuuming. That's how I was raised. But as I'm doing things, I'm not out of breath. I'm able to go from one task to the other. I'm able to move around for hours and hours at a time. And I feel perfectly fine. I feel the best I have felt in my whole entire life at this stage of my life. And a lot of that is because of the things that I've decided to do. I love the gym, but when I wasn't going to the gym, I would walk. That is what I would do. I would just walk. You don't have to have a gym membership. You don't have to pay money. I realize that money is tight. Don't even give yourself that excuse. I can't even, I don't have the money. Listen, your neighborhood may not be safe. Walk around your house. I remember when I wasn't living, I wasn't sure about where to walk. I would just walk around my house. I would do laps and laps around my house. Or if you can't walk far, just walk around your house. I read a story. Did I read it or heard it somewhere? I might have saw a lady telling it. But she was saying when she very first started walking, she walked from her house to the stop sign. And then she walked back. And the stop sign was it was a little ways. It wasn't far because she couldn't walk far. But she would walk from her house to the stop sign and back. And that's what she would do for about a week or so, 2 weeks, however. But push yourself that next time that you find yourself able to do a little bit more. She said in 1 Corinthians 9:24-27, I beat my body into submission. That means I told my body, no, we're doing 35 minutes today instead of 30. When I was on the treadmill last night, I was going to be done at 30 minutes. I was listening to a podcast, and I said, you know what? She got 5 more minutes. I'm going to walk these 5 while she talking. And I walked those 35 minutes. I was done. And I had, was driving yesterday, and I made a left-hand turn. There was 2 turning lanes. I was in the outside turning lane. There was another car in the inside turning lane. Well, I made my turn. I'm staying in my lane. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this car is slowly floating into my lane. I honk on the horn, step on the brakes really fast, grab the wheel, and I had just gotten over my back being out from last week. Yesterday was the first day my back was feeling so much better. And I jarred my back again, trying not to wreck with some crazy person. I don't even know what they were doing. And so what ended up happening was I was hurting last night. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna put this treadmill on a slow pace, and I'm just gonna walk. And I could up it a little bit. And then when I got to a point where my body could not push past that pain, I lowered the speed a little bit. But I did the extra 5 minutes. I was listening to a podcast. If you can't do anything but if you have a treadmill, put on your favorite show. Put on one of my videos. Put on whoever else you like. A 20-minute video. Sarah just put out a 23-minute, I think it was a grocery haul. For 23 minutes, I'm going to put this treadmill on a 2, and I'm going to walk on a 2. Video over, walk over. And you just challenge yourself to do that, and you're going to feel better. She says, it's the fastest, safest, and easiest way to stay vigorous and strong. She's talking about walking. She says at the bottom, she says, perhaps the greatest benefits of walking are not physical, but spiritual and emotional. Walking is a great time for praying and meditating on the scriptures. You can pray walk. You can pray and recite your scriptures. You can do all those types of things. We're not doing any of that here. Love you, mean it, but we're not. All of that. all of that. You can do all of that. I walk and pray. I actually walk and pray in the spirit, because I don't want to think about what I'm praying. So the Lord knows what I'm saying. My spirit communes with his spirit, and I do that. If he gives me words to pray or people to pray for, I'll do it at that time. And that's just a great thing. But she did talk about in here, a Harvard study found that women who take a brisk walk every day can cut their risk of developing type 2 diabetes in half. So again, look at what's in your family bloodline, all those, and then figure out, you know, what's best for you. Start somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Start somewhere. Okay. On 93, this is under the practical section. She says, if you are out of shape, begin walking just 15 minutes a day. It's not 15 minutes twice a day. It's just 15 minutes a day. If all you can do is 10 minutes, do 10 minutes a day. Just do something. Okay? Ultimately, your goal should be 60 minutes a day. We should be trying to walk an hour. Now, I will tell you the very truth. This is my gospel. I don't have an hour to walk. I would much rather lift for an hour, which at my age, at 48, knowing that muscle mass, bone density, all that kind of stuff is important. I would much prefer to build up my muscle than to walk. And for me, I enjoy lifting weights. That's my preference. Although when I hurt my back, I had to lower my weights. I'm okay with lowering my weights. Lower weights, more reps equals the same as higher weights, short reps. So even if you do 1 pound or 2 pound dumbbells and you just doing them back and forth, the more reps you do, it's the same as doing 10 pound dumbbells for a shorter amount of time, right? Become knowledgeable about your body. Become knowledgeable about exercise. Become knowledgeable. I'm not saying become a guru, but become knowledgeable about your exercise for your body. A lot of people want somebody else to do the homework for them. Well, Shakema, just tell me what you did. My body is not the same as yours. I've had surgery. I don't have some of the parts you have. So my hormones are different than yours. So it's not going to be the same. Practically, exercising will help both of us, but I prefer to lift. You can't lift. So it's never going to be the same. We're not going to get the same results. Do what you can do for your body. Okay, makes sense. Very good. All right. So then for your notebook, you're going to add prayer walk to your morning routine page. So go back and look in your morning routine page, and you're going to, that's in your personal section, and then you're going to add in prayer walk. I don't walk during the day. I go to the gym as I am able, but I do try to go every day. I try to go 4 days a week. Let me not lie out here in these streets, but I have honestly thought about August 1st, making that my goal to go to the gym every day for 365 days. I'm not promising, but I'm thinking about that as my next goal for my life. So I've been on the healthy eating weight loss journey for 14 months. Now, can I give myself the next 12 months of going to the gym every single day? Now, if I go to the gym every single day, I know already I can't lift every day. I can lift today. I can do cardio tomorrow. I can lift the next day. I can do cardio the next day. I can lift the next, because you got to give your body some type of recovery. So walking for me would be a recovery day, and then I would lift the next day. Maybe I'm doing total body on Monday. Then I'm doing a walk day. Then I'm doing legs on Wednesday, a walk day. Then I'm doing shoulders. Then I'm doing abs, right? So I would have to figure that part out. I haven't set that determination yet, but I'm thinking about it. Okay, so today is day 7 of vegetables. That was yesterday. So if you're doing all the veggies, will you type in the comments, I'm doing the 10 days of veggies? I'm going to have to add in another day for veggies from today's day. So I'm going to have to add in one more day. So when y'all are done on day 10, I'm going to add in one more day. And I may just keep going. I'm trying to move towards just chicken and fish after I get done with the veggies. So I'm not eating any red meat or anything like that. I'm just trying to, I still have to eat the food that's in my house, but we have a lot of chicken. And so I'm trying to do that. Very good, Miss Angela. I'm glad you were doing the veggies. I added in fruit just because when I look up the Daniel fast, he did fruits and veggies. And so I didn't feel like it was wrong. I think I could do that, no problem. Okay. All right, today is day 23. I'm not going to be here long. Again, Proverbs 31:16-17. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. Then she gave us 2 Corinthians 7:1. Since we have these promises, dear friends, let us purify ourselves from everything that contaminates body and spirit, perfecting holiness out of reverence for God. This is when she talks a lot about, she gives us a water routine. Dear Lord, thank you for giving me your book filled with wonderful promises. I know you have great plans for my life, plans to give me a hope in a future, plans to prosper me and not harm me. I confess that I've wanted all of your promises to be unconditional. But I know that although your love for me is absolutely unconditional, you've chosen to reserve your promises for those who chose to walk in obedience. Father, I want to be one of your obedient children who enjoys the fullness of all you've promised. Holy Spirit, guide me and empower me as I seek to purify myself from everything that contaminates my body and my spirit. Purity is a rare commodity these days, is what she says. But I know with your grace enabling, I can pursue purity in every area of my life, spirit, soul, and body. Now, going back into the personal section, which is at the bottom of page 94, is where she talks about water, right? My doctor wants me to have 100 ounces of water a day. 100 ounces. That's almost a gallon of water. 128 ounces is a gallon. I mean, I don't know why she want me to just have 100. I may as well just do the gallon and move on with life, right? I do have to constantly go to the restroom when I drink that much water, but I have been very consistent to be about 80 ounces of water. Now, when you go from totally drinking 128 ounces of coffee to 80 ounces of water and 1 cup of coffee a day, I mean, that is strides. So I've not made it up to the 100 ounces yet. I've gotten like 96 ounces. I've gotten that a couple times, but I'm consistently about 80 ounces of water. So I'm moving towards the goal, right? I'm beating my body into submission. I'm doing all the things. I'm not telling you that I'm perfect. I'm not coming on here saying, yeah, I have 100 ounces every day. I do not. But I consistently get somewhere about 80 ounces a day. Today was the first day since we've been doing the 10 days of veggies that I did not get my water in. And partially because I didn't have waters with me, and my big water cup that I usually use, I have it's not the Stanley cup, but it's kind of a dupe for it. I didn't have that with me to keep refilling it. So I'm just not in my area right now where I can do all of that. And I only had a couple of water bottles with me, and I drank all those water bottles. So I got this one from the restaurant tonight. Hey now. And then I had a half of one from yesterday. So I am going to finish these 2 tonight, and that will give me 24 ounces, somewhere in there. So I'll just drink that. I've had a little bit, but I haven't had what I've had previous to today. I've had upwards of 80 ounces every time. Like the video. Okay. So she talks about drinking the water. At the bottom of 94, she says, water cleanses your internal system, promotes weight loss, clear skin, fights fatigue, gives you energy, increases metabolism, prevents dehydration and the dizziness and brain fog that go with it, helps reduce your total caloric intake by promoting a feeling of fullness, and even carries fat out of your body. Now, anything that's going to carry fat out of my body, I should want to do that, right? Because even though I am smaller than I was, I still have fat pockets. Somebody posted a meme that fat must have got saved because it believes in life after, honey, it don't never die. Fat is always here, right? So even though my fat pockets have shrank, if I am still not diligent about my daily caloric intake, what I'm putting in my body is going to fill right back out. And that, to me, at this point, is not a good thought process in my head. I do not want to go back to 250 pounds like I was. I just don't. I am not this size because I want to look good or be sexy or cute or whatever that. I don't want to be 250 pounds. I couldn't fit in. I got on a plane to go to California for Shamika's I've done smoothies before. I do not particularly enjoy that texture of, you know, I have a texture issue. I don't like to drink my calories. I would prefer to eat my calories. But I could do it, but I don't prefer to drink my calories. I would prefer to eat them. And I'm not at the weight that I would do, that the smoothies at a certain weight would make a good sense, right? As long as I got the right stuff in there, you know, my protein and green leafies and all those types of things. But I just prefer to chew. That's just the truth. Okay. But so for those of us who are trying to lose weight, water, clear skin, because a lot of people say, oh, I like your makeup. I don't typically wear makeup except on Sundays. I wear makeup on Sundays. Any other day, I just wear lipstick. I don't wear foundation. I don't do anything else except on Sunday. Fights fatigue, gives you energy. My metabolism has been a problem in the past. So by increasing my water, which is what my doctor wants me to do. Now, I go see my regular doctor in October. I go and see my lifestyle coach in August. I was supposed to see her last week, but she got sick and had to reschedule us, and I couldn't get back in till August. And so because that is the case, I want to be able, when I go see her, it's going to be 4 weeks, I think, from now. I want to make sure that I have a good report, right? She's been monitoring my weight loss. I still want to make sure that I maintained where I should be for this portion of the journey, 14 months. Now, remember, she works in the bariatric clinic, but I've not had bariatric surgery. I started seeing her before she was working in that section of the hospital. Not the hospital, the group of doctors that I go to. So I started seeing her before they moved her to that part. Okay. I hear about certain things. I've never had black seed oil, but it might work. I've heard people say that before. Now, how much do you take? Is it like castor oil, something like that? I don't know. I'm not into a lot of herbalness, but I've heard some people. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, she is a part of the practice that I go to for my just regular doctor. I go to an internal medicine specialist, just an internal medicine. It's not even like I go to the internal medicine specialist. She's a regular doctor. And she works in that practice, right? They have all doctors. 1 teaspoon, nice. Okay, so she has they have what's the thyroid one? Endocrinology. They have nose and throat. They have all the doctors within that one specific network. And so she knew, my doctor and this doctor just knew each other from the network. And she's like, she's had other patients she's referred to her. And she said, well, Shakema, let me refer you to her to see if y'all can work it out. She says sometimes with just little tweaks here and there, she can help you. And so we had an initial consultation. We chatted a lot. Then she had me do my food logs, and, you know, she gives me lots of articles to read, and let's try this and let's try that. I know when I went to see her 6 months ago, we decided that I was at a good place, that I didn't need to come every 3 months. And now my insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, allows you to have 4 weight loss visits. They're coded as weight loss. So I can go for 4 weight loss visits. So I would go every 3 months so I could get my 4 for free. Anything else after that you have to pay for. But oh, okay. Coconut oil. Okay. So that's how I got her. it was a referral from my doctor because they work in the same practice. Okay. All right, so here's the thing, right? So this is 95. I'm like at the third paragraph. First thing each morning. Now she's giving you she's putting us on game, right? All of us, me included. First thing in the morning, heat 8 ounces of water and add fresh squeezed lemon juice. Start with 1/8 of a lemon. If your stomach handles it okay, increase it to 1/4 and finally to 1/2 a lemon. Be forewarned, if your system is contaminated with toxins, this will upset your stomach and may even give you a headache. This is a good sign. It means the lemon is doing its work. Now, again, this is her process. I encourage anybody, before you start doing anything, to go and see your healthcare professional. No, that's perfectly fine. Go and see your healthcare professional, which is what I did. I knew that I couldn't do this by myself. I needed help. I had been trying and trying and trying. I didn't realize that I was in perimenopause though, and what prompted it was weight training. I was doing a 75 hard, and I was pushing my body so hard that it pushed me into perimenopause. So I do not know that I will ever do a 75 hard again. I will just weight lift and do cardio back and forth like that. But I don't think I will ever do a 75 hard again, because that's what pushed me into perimenopause. And so the weight just kept packing on. And I didn't even know I was getting bigger until I saw myself and I couldn't fit in my clothes. I'm like, what is going on here? And that's what it was. And she's like, Shakema, you're working out too much. And I was like, ma'am, I'm not working out too much. But I was pushing my body with that 75 hard. She says lemon is your natural antiseptic. It cleans out bacteria, impurities, even decomposes tissue in your lymphatic system. So all that. It aids in digestion process, speeds waste elimination, and promotes healthier bowels. Now, one of the things, right now, I work out about 4 times a week. If I can get to the gym, I try to get to the gym 4 times a week. But I need to do more than that. There are times when I need to let my body rest, but I'm figuring now, like I said, for August, walking can be my rest days because I prefer to lift weights. I don't prefer to go to the gym for cardio, and I don't prefer to work out at home, because when I'm at home, I think I need to clean something, I need to purge something, I need to do something for a video. I can find every other thing to do at home instead of working out. So if I go to the gym, then I know for sure I'm going to work out because I'm not cleaning the gym. So for me, that's a mental thing. I got to get out of my house. I can work out at home, but I would be in the garage going, "Ooh, I need to take that to the Goodwill. That need to go to the Goodwill. Jackson," and then I'll get to doing something else, and then my workout will go lacking. So I prefer to go to the gym and do what I need to do. And then it's so hot that I don't want to be walking in the heat, because I will walk in the heat. But again, I think that pushes my body to a point that I don't need it to be at, right? So that's just me. I have the Healthy Ways or Activity Health, where I can go to several gyms, and it just costs me the $29 a month. And so there's a gym not very far from my house. It's not a name brand. It's not anything you would ever heard of before, but it's there. I go in, I do my workouts, and I come home, and I can take my kids. So Alana just takes herself straight to the gym after work, and Jackson goes with mom. She goes down. That was the first part, was the lemon water. So she says do that for a couple of weeks. Then at the bottom of 95, she talks about the second way to increase water's effectiveness is by adding a very small amount of unsweetened cranberry juice. So she gives you all the dimensions of how to do the cranberry juice. And so you do 1/4 cranberry juice to 3/4 of water, up to 64 ounces. Well, my doctor wants me to do 128. Well, she wants me to do 100, so I'm just going to do the gallon. And so I would do 1/2 cranberry juice to 128 ounces of water, right? I don't particularly like anything in my water. I don't like lemon. I don't like lime. I don't like any. I just drink. If I'm going to drink water, I just drink water. But I'm going to do her system to see how that works out. On 96, she says, drinking enhanced water is one of the simplest ways to increase your body's ability to work vigorously throughout the day. So she gives you all those steps on how to do it. Your affirmation for today is, I purify myself from everything that contaminates my body. And then your practical is to buy your lemons and begin each day with your lemon water. Now, my daughter, my oldest daughter, swears by lemon water. She here for lemon water. She swears by it. She like, Mama, you need to get some lemon water. Okay, very good. Turn to your evening routine page and add, be sure to finish your water for the day. Expand your morning routine page and add, fill 2 32-ounce water bottles and consume your cleansing water. So those are some things that you're going to add onto your morning routine and each evening routine page. I do not like, I don't juice. I don't prefer any of that. I prefer to eat my fruit, or I would prefer to chew it. Yeah, I don't prefer to drink it. I just prefer to chew it. Yeah, it's kind of a eating thing, right? So that's for yesterday and today. Again, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to upload that video that I took a couple clips from Sunday, and I was trying to edit them down just so you all could see. If you want to join that Sunday recap group, I encourage y'all, come on and join us. Just send me an email, firstloveministriesswilson@gmail.com. Send me your current picture. I will send you the link. But be serious. Here's the thing, y'all. I said this the other day, and I'll say it again for all the people in the back and for the people who wasn't listening or ignoring me the first time I said it. There is no reason why, if the Bible tells us we can be the Proverbs 31 woman, why we are not the Proverbs 31 woman. That's a choice on our part. I am promising you, anybody who says they want to do it and doesn't, myself included, that's a choice I've made. I've chosen to let my flesh rule. I've chosen to just make excuses. I've chosen everything except good health. And that's on me. But if I want to get to that mature stage, then I'm going to draw a line in the sand and say, I'm not going past this mark right here. This is what I commit to do. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I'm doing this. And I promise you, when you make that choice for yourself, you're going to see yourself going up to these heights you never thought possible. But don't play with it. Honestly, don't play with it, because you can do this. You can do this just like I can do this. Well, Shakema, I can't do it like you. Y'all, when you go back and look at my older pictures, my feelings are hurt for me. But when I look at myself now, in the phone call I got earlier, that lady was just telling me, she was like, Shakema, I can't. She said, I remember you when we used to work together years ago. She's like, I can't hardly believe you're the same person. I can't hardly believe I'm the same person. But God is gracious to me. And he's gracious to me as long as I work in tandem with him, as long as I work in agreement with what his word tells me to do. And I'm going to take all the helps I can get from wherever I can get them. Now, when I meet with my doctor, she'll know I'm doing the lemon water, and she'll know I'm doing the cranberry water, even though I prefer just to drink regular water. But one of the things physically that I have issues with is regularity. That's something that has been in my family for years. My grandfather was like this. My oldest son was the same. I'm the same. My other children, Shamika has like lactose intoleration. There's like some digestive things in my family line that I don't know all the details, but I'm going to do everything I can to get stuff moving up where it need to be moving to. And so with that being said, I need to do this water thing. I'm going to try it her way. If it doesn't work, I try something else, right? And so again, my doctor will know all the things. I could just send her an email and say, hey, this is what I'm adding to our plan. And she's fine with it. She trusts me to do the plan because we've been on this thing for 14 months, she and I. I can't stipulate that any more than, yes, Jesus is the ultimate doctor, but he does give us healthcare professionals to help us make decisions and choices. So I'm not giving you health advice. I'm telling you, go to the person who knows all the healthy things about you, and you get the advice you need if you planning to do something other than whatever you planning to do. That's all I'm saying, right? Okay. All right, y'all. I love you. Tomorrow, The odds that I'll go live tomorrow are very slim. It's very slim because I have got I'm on the road tomorrow a little bit. And tomorrow is give your body time to digest. So she's going to talk a little bit about digestion as far as I can see. And I'm not sure. Remember, she told us to leave something on our plate, right? So tonight when I was eating, there was I cut this particular item into threes. I ate 1/3 of it. The other 2/3 I threw it in the trash. And here's my other thing. If I have to pay money for that, I don't want to throw my food away. But I was out with some friends and I didn't have any other choice. But I wasn't going to eat that. So I just cut it right here. That was all I had. And the rest of it went to the trash. Well, that's wasted money. Yeah. I won't be wasting it again because I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. Right? Okay. All right. Please do like the video. That just helps me out. So I probably will be back with you Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, I'll try really hard. Sunday, we go back into a closed group. And I would love to have you join. Just go ahead and send me an email if you want to be a part of that group. The ladies were very lovely. They really were. Anywho, I got to go. I should be over here in another room doing some other things. But I thought I would jump in because I didn't get a chance last night. I was in the gym. Anywho, love you guys. Be the best that you can be. Like the video for me. Share it if you feel like it was shareable. Don't waste your time or your money or your investment. If you said you are doing this, do it. Give yourself 90 days. Give yourself 3 months and see what you can get done in 3 months. If it doesn't work in 3 months, do something else. All right, guys. Love y'all. I'm going to see you next time. Bye now.